Hey, good afternoon, everyone. This is Jabran here from Realco Capital. I hope you're doing well this afternoon. So in today's video, I want to talk to you about Al Furjan West. If you've been watching Seeking Dubai, we've been publishing content for quite some time. We often do talk about Al Furjan, right? It's a real estate hotspot. It's an area we know really well. Usually in our videos, we talk about Al Furjan East and then about the off plans that have happened in the last year and a half. But in today's video, I actually want to do a deep dive and talk more about Al Furjan West. That's where most of the off-plan activity is, and also some other property types that you can purchase, including plots, right? You can buy villa plots here and build your own house. You can own land over here. It's one of the few places in Dubai that you can do that. You can also purchase villas and townhouses from private developers. I hope this video will add some value to you. And as always, if it does, please do consider liking this video and subscribing to Seeking Dubai. That really does help us. Okay, so to start off with, on your screen, you can see where Al Furjan is. It's this entire area here. The area marked in blue is Al Furjan East, and the area marked in red is Al Furjan West. So as you can tell from the satellite imagery, large parts of Al Furjan East are built up, and in Al Furjan West, there's only pockets of development. So I've switched the satellite imagery around and just to get a better perspective. So the area marked in blue is East, and the area marked in red is Al Furjan West. And this map over here is showing you what Nakheel have launched in this cycle. So starting in 2021, Nakheel first launched this area over here. This is called Murooj Al Furjan East. And if I zoom into it, you'll see that the majority of that community consists of independent 4 and 5 bedroom villas. And then there's a few townhouses here as well. So there is a fair amount of secondary market activity that's taking place here. I've previously made content on that, and I'll leave a link in the description if you want to learn more about activity and purchasing in the area over here. But if we zoom back out and we look at the west area, this entire area here in red is also what Nakheel have launched. So this is Murooj Al Furjan West, phase 1 and phase 2. This was launched back in September of 2021. And then after that, we've seen in 2022, this entire area launch and completely sell out as well. This is Tilal Al Furjan, where they had independent villas. And then the other thing that you're going to see in Al Furjan West is this area marked out in purple, right? So this is the rest of the master plan. That is where Nakheel, starting in 2013 and 2014, they started selling land. And so you've got villa plots here. Sizes are typically 6,500 around 9,000 square feet. So there's two major sizes. So the activity started there back in 2013. From 2017, 2018 onwards, that was where the plots were handed over and construction activity started. And you can go in here and purchase villa plots, which are typically 6,500 or 9,000 square feet. And so everything marked out here in yellow are actually villa plots. So what is the feasibility of purchasing land in Al Furjan? So if you're looking at your screen right now, you'll see, just to kind of back of the envelope type feasibility, but a 6,500 square foot plot, that's what the majority are. You're looking at prices ranging from around 1.6 to 1.8 million. So let's assume you do find a plot for 1.6 million, including closing costs, your acquisition costs are around 1.75 million. You can build 75% of the plot size as your FAR, so that's 4,900 built up. So you can build a 5-bedroom villa of your choice, right? There'll be single row. Eventually, it will have a green belt in it, right? It's not going to be a gated community. You're not going to get those kind of facilities, so there are trade-offs. But you can technically execute this with the right turnkey solution at prices starting from around 4, and if you want to go for a higher construction quality, up to 4.5, 4.6 million. So if you're looking at this chart over here, this is showing you some of the places where you can go and buy land in Dubai, and there's not that many options. So just as an example, if you're looking at Jumeirah Park, this is the area closest to Al Furjan, and over here you're going to find land at between 420 to 500 dirhams per square foot. There's not many options. Al Furjan, there's at least 10-15 options at any given time in the market. You're looking at prices currently 230 to 260 per square foot. So there's a lot of value over here. And then of course, if you go into the luxury, ultra luxury communities, that is a different ballgame and different valuation. The only real area which is a bit cheaper is Jebel Ali Hills, and that is where you're looking at prices of between 110 to 115 per square foot, but plot sizes there start from around 9,000-10,000 square feet. And now I want to point out a couple of other things that are, kind of trending in Furjan West, right? And one of them is the off-plan secondary activity in Murooj Al Furjan West, especially this area over here. So in Murooj Al Furjan West, there's actually two phases. It's this one here, which is the first one launched, and then 3-4 days later, this smaller phase was launched over here. So Nakheel sold 3 and 4 bedroom townhouses over here. They were all sold out on launch dates itself. And if you look at the master plan, this was the first phase launched, and then you can see the number of parks and pools and facilities here. It's a gated community, and it's located directly in front of the Al Furjan West Pavilion. So that's, in terms of convenience and getting onto Sheikh Zayed Road towards Jebel Ali, towards the Expo City New Business District, It's very, very convenient, and the infrastructure is there to back it up, including the metro line. So just to give you an example of how a transaction would look like, right? If you're buying a Murooj Al Furjan West or East from the secondary market, you're looking to buy a townhouse. So there's 3 and 4 bedroom options. Again, you're buying from someone who's already bought it from Nakhil, so there's premiums and closing costs involved. And the other thing that's very attractive about these houses is the payment term. So you're paying 50% during construction and 50% on handover in Murooj Al Furjan West. So just to give you an example of a transaction or an asking on a unit here, this is a 4-bedroom townhouse with a 10% premium. So the original price is 2.4 million. This is a 4-bedroom townhouse with a built-up of 3,013 square feet. So these are large townhouses. A lot of the townhouses that you find in the suburbs of the city, especially in these newer developments, usually you're looking at around 2,300, 2,400 square feet for the townhouses, but these are 3,000 square foot, and the plus sizes are generous as well. So you're looking at 3,600. They're corner units. So if you want to purchase right now, the total amount of cash you're going to need at the moment is 1.1 million. Okay, that's including your closing costs. And then once you've transferred the property into your name, then you've got the remaining payment plan, which is, you can see there's a payment in December, there's 3 payments of 5% each in 2023, and then 2024 is the handover. That's when you're paying 50%, and that's the time you can actually even get a mortgage if you want to. So that's how these kind of deals are structured. Of course, if you want to understand this in more detail, please don't hesitate to reach us. We'd love to show you different options that are available for sale in the market and just explain how the cash flow and feasibility works out for these, especially when you're comparing these to the ready market. So besides buying land and buying from the developer or buying from the secondary off-plan market, the other options you have here is to go buy from some of these other developments, the private developments like Dreams by the Noob or the Mag Townhouses or Estate by Mag. And there's several developments out there that are ready and they have mixed qualities. You know, it's just about getting out there and seeing a few options. So let's look at a couple of developments. The first one we can look at is the Mag Townhouses. So if I zoom in over here, you know, this is Asayal Street, which leads through to Jumeirah Park or through to the Jebel Ali Road. Over here is the Mag Townhouses. Over here, we do have specific options available for sale for prices starting from 2.4 million. This is what they look like. And what you're going to get is a large built-up area at 727 dirhams per square foot. And you know, when you go in here, you're going to see that the developer actually took a lot of care in building a house. So it makes a lot of sense. And so that's not the case for all the private townhouse developments, but this is definitely one of the better options. And now another option to look at in Furjan West is Wellington. And Wellington is over here on your screen. And so Wellington was a development where the developer built the property and now they're selling it as a ready property. This is a couple of images of the show house. The show house is open to view. So if you'd like to view it, please do get in touch with us. And over here, you can buy middle houses for around 2.4 million. The end units are around 2.45 million. And so with these kind of houses, you're looking at built up areas of around 23 to 2,400 square feet, plot sizes between 1,900 to 2,000 square feet. And you're buying a property right near Sheikh Zayed Road. So there is a lot of value over here as well. So that's what Al Furjan West is all about. I hope that gave you a little bit of an idea of what's happening over here and some of the feasibilities. But of course, if you'd like to tour the area or get a better understanding of any of these kind of property types, please don't hesitate to reach us. Our number's in the description box, and we would love to hear from you. And once again, thank you very much for watching this video. If it did add value to you, please do consider subscribing to Seeking Dubai. And you know, have a wonderful week ahead, and we look forward to hearing from you. Thank you.